Hey, I'm Matt, and I'm just gonna give you a bunch of random thoughts that have been popping up in my head lately. Okay, so let's get started. Had a bit of a depressing day the other day. This past Tuesday, Ronnie graduated from kindergarten, and if you watch the Budget DIY Guys video on smoking without a smoker, then you will know that Ronnie has a girlfriend. Her name is Ava. She's a very sweet girl. And at their kindergarten graduation, she told Ronnie that she was going to marry him someday. And that got my head going and thinking about him growing up, and nothing against Ava and that. It just, that made me think about him growing up. And him growing up and him getting married someday and him having a family of his own. And I'm like, he's 6 years old. And then I realized that this time next year, Austin is going to be graduating high school. And I don't think I'm ready for that. I mean, Austin is Austin, which his little cousin does call him Awesome, because when he was younger he couldn't say Austin, so he'd always say, "Where's Awesome?" So, but Austin, his senior year, he's going to be going to the Moore Norman Technology Center, which is also a VOTEC, and doing classes on automotive repair. It'll cover everything from the computer side of things, or I think it's automotive technology something, I don't know. But it'll cover everything from, basic stuff to, changing brakes, working on engines, doing the computer side of things with it, all sorts of stuff. And he's going to be doing that his senior year. He wants to be a mechanic. And I have been trying to put it in his ear for a couple years that no matter what he does, he needs to take some welding classes. And I heard him telling his papa that he wants to take some welding classes because welders are in high demand and they make good money. And I smiled on my face and in my heart, because they do listen. They do listen. And and then it went on to him and I having a conversation about it. And I was like, Austin, you can take welding and still do mechanic stuff. I'm like, you can do automotive welding, which will be in high demand. And you can still do mechanics, but you can do the welding on it and just make more money. And I'm like, you can also do welding stuff on the side. I'm like, you could get 55-gallon drums and cut them, make them into grills and sell that. And, your parts will be almost next to nothing. I'm like, you can get discarded hot water tanks and cut them, make them into smokers, which I have one in my backyard that I wanted to do. But I realized it's a lot thicker and I don't have the tools to cut it open. Hopefully my son gets into welding and he will be able to help me. That cement mixer wasn't turning. That load is gonna harden up. Is this leaking? I don't know. I think that might be leaking. Alright, but yeah, it made me realize all that. Also, Quentin is going into high school, and Quentin's my first biological child from a previous marriage, and every time I think about him, I still see him as the little kid that I used to, because I worked across the street from where his school was, in his daycare, and the little kid that I would take a break at work and walk across the street to where his daycare was after school and play with them. And he had the spiky hair, and he just looked like a miniature person. Okay, I gotta change the subject or I'm gonna get really emotional. Okay, let's lighten it up. Unidentified flying objects, UFOs, okay? The governments around the world deny that UFOs exist. And I do believe they are not lying about this, okay? I do believe that they are telling the truth, okay? UFO, what is a UFO? It is an unidentified flying object. Keyword, unidentified. If the U.S. governments know that they're aliens and are in contact with the aliens, or not U.S. government, but the world governments are in contact with the aliens and get technology from the aliens, then they are not unidentified flying objects. They are identified. They know exactly what they are. So they are saying that UFOs do not exist, and they are telling the truth because by the very definition of what a UFO is, they know what it is. So it's not a UFO. It's not an unidentified flying object. Okay? So they know exactly what it is. So just by the mere term UFO, it gives them a legal out. Okay? It gives them a legal out to where legally they can come back and they'll be like, oh, well, the aliens were flying here and there's proof that they came down. Why did you deny UFOs existed? And they can simply say, because it was not an unidentified flying object. We knew what it was. Boom. Legally, they're telling the truth. I know they're playing with it a little bit, but yeah, legally they're telling the truth. And this is definitely legal. Well, that means I gotta drink the coffee fast. Okay, so UFOs, unidentified flying objects, exist. Governments deny that they exist, but they're not lying because they are not unidentified. They know exactly what they are. Okay, conspiracy files, woo! Or things that go in a conspiracy cabinet. Yeah. File cabinet. Conspiracy Files is a TV show. Okay. What else? Let me think. When I drink too fast, my coffee cup whistles at me. A little air hole there. Okay, the Mangela Cave. Get what I did there? My wife's name's Angela. My name is Matt. You combine our names, you get Mangela. The Mangela Cave. Even though I have not started work on it, I've drawn diagrams. It's gonna be where I store all my VHS tapes. All our movies, period. Because right now they're kind of scattered. All our movies, period. I'm going to use TVs that we're currently not using to include 2 tube TVs. One of the smaller tube TV I'm going to have just hooked up to a VCR. Yeah, it's just strictly going to be hooked up on a VCR. It's going to be on the corner of the desk. And because I'm going to have, I'm going to use a bunch of stuff from the boys' room they're not using anymore, and they have a decent sized desk, and it has an old bookshelf I found that I turned upside down and then screwed it to the desk. So that's going to be against the wall, and then making an L shape like this. This is going to be the big desk, this is going to be the little desk. It's going to make an L shape like that, and I'm going to have that on the corner right there where the desks overlap. And it's just going to be hooked up to a VCR. And then I'm going to have on another corner, we have a little TV, like little. I'm going to have that on the other corner of the desk, the other side of the desk, on my right side. Yeah, sure, come right over. It's no problem. And I'm gonna have a TV, and I have a Raspberry Pi that I was wanting to make into an arcade, which I still might do. But either way, I'm gonna figure out a way to get a computer right there. And the desk does not have a pull out, and it doesn't have any drawers. It just has it's a simple desk. I think we got a Goodwill or garage sale for like $5, but it's big. It has just a metal place where you would put drawers, but there's nothing to hang the drawers or anything. And at Habitat for Humanity, they had these computer desks that hold the keyboard that slide out. I bought one of those. I'm gonna secure to the bottom of the desk, and then I'm gonna get just some Tupperware drawers and put in there to have stuff. And I'm gonna have all the VHSs there. And we have a small square kitchen table. Hold on. Small square kitchen table I'm gonna put on the other side of the room, to where, like, if I'm sitting at the desk and my wife's sitting there, we can look right at each other, just turn our heads, be like, "Hey, babe." She'll be like, "Leave me alone." I'll be like, "But I love you." She'll be like, "Don't give me that bull crap." And I'm like, "Babe, would I put up with your nagging if I didn't love you?" She'd be like, "Oh, stop it." I'm like, "See, nagging." So, yeah. But I'm gonna put the kitchen table, the square kitchen table, which we have a really good round one, but the square one is just like a little cheap one. I forget where we got it, or she might have even, I think it might have been her mom's old one. But put that against the wall over there, and that's going to be her like crafting and scrapbooking area and stuff like that. And behind us there's a window right in the middle, and I'm gonna put bookshelves flanking either side of the window, and then the desk is gonna butt up to the bookshelf, and in that corner I'm gonna put a lamp or something cool. I want a full-size skeleton, like the ones you see in like labs and in science classrooms, the full-size skeleton. I want to put one of those in the corner, like put sunglasses on him and shirts and stuff. But I wanted a mini fridge to go in there, and that was just kind of a pipe dream, though. I was just like, okay, let me shoot for the stars. Well, turns out my cousin had one he was getting rid of, and I got it for $26. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Like, pretty happy, because brand new mini fridges are like 50 plus, and used ones online are like just as much as the new ones, just about. But yeah, I got that. And my idea for a mini fridge, I also wanted to be able to take it to my family reunion and plug up in our cabin, so we don't have to worry about constantly buying ice to throw in our ice chest. And then also, Ronnie and his cousin Kason, which I love both of them to death, but they'll come in there and get drinks and leave they won't close the ice chest all the way, and we come in there and all the ice is melted like an hour after we put it in there. It's like, really? So we're gonna be able to take the mini fridge. It's not a big tall one, it's like the more square one, and that's gonna go between the windows, and I'm gonna get like a little end table or something for it to sit on. I want it to be up about waist height, and underneath that is going to be storage, probably where I'm going to store, like if I buy a case of beer, I'm going to store it under there. And I'm wanting to make the top of that like a liquor cabinet, like a where I set my liquor, which rum, whiskey, vodka is about the extent of what I have. Of course, I have 2 bottles of vodka right now. One, I've had them both for over a year. One of them I just bought the cheapest vodka available, and it tastes like rubbing alcohol. So I took a bunch of orange peels and put in there to make orange flavored vodka, and now it tastes like orange rubbing alcohol. So now I'm gonna tinker with it, maybe throw some lemon peel and some lime peels in there, and get some coconut and throw in there, and make like a fruit punch vodka. Because most of the time I drink vodka, I just get like fruit punch and pour it in there, see if that'll help the taste. Just a little experiment. But yeah, I want to do that. And then in front of my desk, I want to have a love seat. My wife does not want a love seat in there. I really want a love seat. I have, from my great grandmother, I have 2 stuffed chairs. You know, they're nice chairs. They're comfortable, but I like having a love seat because if Angela and I are sitting there, we can snuggle. And so I want a love seat in front of my desk, which a love seat's about the same width as a desk, maybe a little bit more. Went down the wrong hole. Coffee in the lungs. Okay, so love seat. I was gonna have the love seat there. Oh, and also on her crafting area, we have another small TV that I was gonna put there and have it hooked up to like a Fire Stick or a Roku, and you know, like that, so she can watch Grey's Anatomy or whatever while she's crafting. And I was gonna have, for the main TV, we have a decent sized TV. I think it's like a 32-inch or something like that. I want to have hanging on the wall with a bookshelf next to it, and then underneath it 2 half bookshelves underneath it with we have a Blu-ray player. Actually, we have a couple Blu-ray players that currently are not being used. Which one of the Blu-ray players, because the Blu-ray player in my room broke, I just haven't moved one of those 2 into my room. But yeah, one of those Blu-ray players will move into my room. The other one will be for the main TV in there. The Xbox One will be hooked up to that, along with the Blu-ray player, and possibly a VCR hooked up to that, because I do have enough VCRs to still have our other TVs hooked up and then hook up there. But definitely the Xbox One, probably the Xbox 360. Yeah, the Xbox One, Xbox 360, Blu-ray player, and maybe a VCR will be hooked up there. And then on the half bookshelves underneath will be like Xbox games and Blu-rays and stuff like that. And then, and kind of in front of the love seat, but off to the side, I have a, which lane are you in, person? I have another tube TV. It's a 27-inch flat screen I've had since I was in the Marine Corps. And to that, I want to hook up the original Xbox we have and the PlayStation 2 we have. And I would love to get a Nintendo, you know, an NES, whether the one that comes with like the 60 games or whatever, the mini one they came out with here recently, or an actual rebuilt one. I would love to have that hooked up to that tube TV, because I just think the graphics look so much better on a TV from that tube TV. Plus, you know, the format of the games isn't widescreen, so to say, so I just think it looked better on a tube TV. And I have a bunch of flags. I have an American flag. I have a Union Jack from Pete. I have a Marine Corps flag. I have an OU flag. I have a State of Oklahoma flag. These are all full-size flags. I have a pirate flag. I have, did I say Marine Corps flag? If I didn't, well, I just did. I have a Don't Tread on Me flag. I have an Anarchy flag. I have a Punk's Not Dead flag on a Union Jack. That's a long ways. I'm trying to think. I have all these written down. Anarchy flag. Okay, American flag, Union Jack, Oklahoma, OU. I have a Dallas Cowboys flag. So I have a whole bunch of flags that I want to go attached to the ceiling, but they'll be angled. They won't be just going straight up and down. Or they might, I don't know, I might have them attached to the ceiling coming down to the wall at an angle, or I might just have them coming down. The flags that are straight up and down go on the back of a door. Oh, and the closet in that room, I want to just use it for craft supplies. We have paints, Angela's scrapbooking supplies. I'll probably put some shelving in there. Just use it for storage, but organized for supplies, and also we can store some building materials in there, like screws and some light tools. And not only is that going to be like our quote-unquote media room. Oh, and also for some reason we have AT&T Uverse, and for some reason the signal is absolutely horrid in our bedroom. But I know the cable outlet jack in the room that this is going to be in works better, so we'll probably move the cable box in there so that we can be doing crafts and stuff like that, and I can be working on I want to get into glass etching and leather making, not making leather, but making things out of leather, and just more DIY handsy stuff. Get into all that, so we watch TV in there, so we're not just camped out in front of the TV in the living room. We can actually be doing stuff, because I try to do stuff in the living room, but I tend to be the type of person that I'm doing something and I leave it there because I'm like, I'm gonna come back to this, but my wife gets mad because it's the living room. And so this way I'll have the desk where I'll be able to leave it there and it won't be cluttering up the living room. So yeah, we could be doing that. And yeah, just give us like a media room / game room. And and that way, or this way also, with the Xbox and stuff in there, because Ronnie just got Hello Neighbor on Xbox One, and he loves that game. Well, this way he'll be able to play it in there on the Xbox One. And I want to get, he has an Xbox hooked up in his room, and I really want to get that out of there, because a lot of times he'll just go in there, shut the door, and he's in his own little world. And I'm like, no, because I have no problem with him playing on the Xbox, if I'm, with me being in the Mangela cave. It's okay, you can pull out right in front of me. But me being in the Mangela cave working on something, and this is also going to be my YouTube studio. Excuse me. It'll be my YouTube studio, and it's going to be where I store all the stupid stuff I buy, which, when this gets set up, you will see all the stupid stuff I buy. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. And I have a chair that will be behind the desk, and it swivels. So on the kids' desk, where the desks make an L, on the kids' desk, I want to have I'll just be able to swivel, so I'll have not a deep work section, but I'll have a lot of work area there. And then Angela will have all that area for her crafts. She'll have a TV up there. And, but yeah, this is, because when I did a lot of stuff when the garage was my man cave. And then it started to become a storage unit. And then it started to where I couldn't get to do the stuff. Like, I would buy, like, lawn art, like, you know, the rocks, or they're plaster or resin or whatever. And they'd be at the thrift store all faded for like $1. I'd buy those and I'd repaint them and then cover them with clear coat. I turned a skateboard into a coat hook for the boys' room, which you'll be able to see whenever I do the video on the building of the Mangela Cave. You know, I would just go in there and turn on the radio, listen to music. Okay, can you stay on your side of the road? Listen to music and just, you know, do stuff. A lot of stuff I failed at. A lot of stuff. Like, I wanted to make a guy, like a stick figure guy, out of golf balls. And I got some coat hangers. And I was drilling through golf balls. And I didn't realize some golf balls are filled with like a gel substance. So I'm drilling through it, and then all of a sudden I get squirted in the face. I'm like, great. But I had the wire, and I was running it through the golf balls. And it just didn't work out. It wouldn't stay because the golf balls were too heavy it was too top heavy. So if it was standing, it would start to bend over, and it was a lot bigger than I was wanting it to be. So yeah, I failed on that. But you know, I would just paint stuff. Like I said, garage sales, I'd find yard art and for like $0.25 just because it was faded, and I'd repaint it for my wife and stuff like that. And I would just do stuff in there. So I'm hoping that I can get more creative when this when that area gets done. So but I'm at work and I shut the car off and it's starting to get hot in here. Oh, that reminds me. Let me put these up. Okay. Yeah, that'll help keep some of the heat out. All right. Well, I gotta go. Bye.